What's going on, guys? This is JT here. Welcome back to Skylanders. In this video, we are going to be evolving and showing some gameplay of the man himself, the defensive hero Tri-Tip. Now, he was in this week's Elemental package, which, of course, my heavy pay-to-play ass snatched him up. So we actually have 363 shards of this bad boy, which after evolving, I'm only going to be, what, 37 shards away from awakening him. So definitely going to be awakening this bad boy very, very soon. So let's go ahead and get into the skills. We got Mace Smash. We got the only 1 mana cost, 8-second cooldown, not bad. Slams a mace into the enemy, inflicts greater damage if the target is defense type. One thing about Skylanders that I can't stand is it doesn't give you percentages of how much the actual skill does in additional damage. Kind of frustrates me, so it's like, it kind of leaves you guessing a little bit, right? So we also got Dino Dash, a 3 mana cost skill for 14 seconds. Rams an enemy with his horns and deals damage in proportion to defense and ignores defense by 30%. Rams into enemy with his horn and deals damage in proportion to... Is that in proportion to his defense or their defense? I'm curious about that because I actually, just for fun, stacked a Strike Rune attack set on this man right here. I know he's a defense hero. Obviously, you do want to stack HP and defense on him for most PvE game modes. But I was like, let's see how much damage we can get out of him. Because in Arena specifically, I've only seen like 1 or 2 people use him. And he's done some decent damage, but I was like, let's get the best out of him and see what kind of damage we can do. Now, this is very interesting. If this is damage in proportion to his defense, clearly, you're going to want to stack as much defense as possible on this hero. That would definitely be something worth testing out. We also got Posey Power Swing, a 4 mana cost skill for 11-second cooldown. We got Slams his mace into the enemy, cast defense down for 3 turns. Pretty impressive, and if you get it to level 5, it can get up to 4 turns. That is really, really beast for tons of different bosses in this game. I can see him being very good in-game. One of the reasons why I wanted to power him up next and also evolve and awaken him also is because I was thinking it'd be pretty solid for Wailing Labyrinth 9. We also got Fault Zone. It's his passive. We have a 30% chance to cast crit rate down on all enemies for 2 turns at the start of the round. Pretty solid. A lot of heroes in Skylanders have something at the start of the round type, you know, a percentage base, which basically is RNG. If you use him, especially in a game mode like Arena, where if you get that proc, it's going to help you out a ton, whereas if you don't, obviously, it doesn't really sting that much, but could definitely lead you to a loss if you were to get it instead, right, and get that easy dub. So yeah, not a bad passive. I think it'd be pretty big in PvE also. I mean, all enemies, 2 turns can't crit. Pretty beast. Not bad, or they can still crit, but they have a lower percent chance to crit, right? We also got Dino Rock, which is his leader skill. Grants attack up on an ally for 1 turn when the ally is under attack and has 40% HP or lower. That's pretty solid. I'm digging that skill, especially if you're using like some sort of DPS, like let's say Buckshot. Buckshot gets hit to 40% life or 39% life, whatever. His next attack, if it crits, goodness gracious, it's going to be beast mode with that attack up, right? That's pretty solid. Not bad. So like I said, as for runes, I got a strike set on it. Basically just stuck all the runes that I had extra, like stuff that I wasn't using on my other guys. I was like, all right, let's stick it on him. That's why I didn't go fully defense, because I had all my defensive runes on Kingpin for Arena this week, and I didn't really want to take them off. So let's go ahead and evolve this bad boy. This isn't going to bring up his stats too much, but we do get to bring him to 70, and he is now 6 stars, so that is very nice. And like I said, we're only 37 shards away from awakening this bad boy, and I'm going to level him up probably in the next set. Normally, whenever it comes to leveling defense and support heroes, I tend to put them in the spectator mode just because they don't do really enough damage, obviously the healers or defense. It's just easier to level them up that way. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into, should we bring him into a written eye? Let's bring him into Distorted Dimensions. Where should we bring him? I guess just the Wailing Labyrinth. Wailing Labyrinth 9, that's where he's going to shine. Yes, so this is probably a solid team for Wailing Labyrinth 9. If Zulu was any good, it would be. I know Stealth Elf and Tri-Tip are definitely going to be beast mode, but I don't have any runes on Stealth either. So yeah, let's go ahead and get in here and see what we can do. Now, what skills do we want to use? Ram into the enemy or slams his mace and cast defense down. Is that an AoE? Slams his mace. Oh no, slams his mace into. That's probably a single enemy. 1 mana, 4 mana. Let's use these two skills, because we already know slams his mace into the enemy, inflicts greater damage to the target, his defense type. I mean, that's pretty easy, understandable, right? You're going to want to use that against, let's say, like bosses or Kingpin or all the defense Skylanders in the game. All right, so let's see what we got going. We'll do Dino Dash first. So that crit for, or didn't crit, that hit for 2,000. 4,178. Not too bad. Expecting a little bit more damage out of this man with full defense. Maybe that does do damage in proportion to his defense. I kind of actually want to test this out like right now. What was this hitting for? Actually, I'm going to test this out right now. Why? Because I actually want to know that. If he does proportion in damage to his defense specifically, then you're going to want to stack defense on him. So let me get that damage. I want to get this damage proc one more time out of him just so we can go ahead and stack defense on him after this. I'll just spend the gold, change the runes, put some defense on him. So we're hitting that for 2,300. Let me use that skill again. Might as well use the other one. 5,817 as a crit. So what do we got here? He does have a shield up. 2,331. All right, so it's been somewhere around like 2,300, 2,400 each proc. We got shield again, which is unfortunate. So 2,300. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get out of here. I'm going to change this man to defensive runes right quick and just quickly test this one skill just because I'm insanely curious about him. Like I said, I haven't really tested out Tri-Tip at all because he's defensive and I just had him leveled up to 60 through spectator mode, right? So let's go ahead and give this man some defense. I have tons of defense on my Kingpin, so I'm just going to straight take all my Kingpin's runes and throw them on him. I don't have... do I have any defense? Yeah. Let me see if I have any defense up as a rune 1, because this defense, no defense on that. Let me see, where's some defense up? Get the damage as high as possible, boys. Defense 64. Come on, that's a bunch of HP. I don't have any defense percentage runes. What's the odds of that? Normally you see defense percentage like everywhere. Get out of here with that. Alright, whatever, fine. I'll just throw all Kingpin runes on him just to save time. Remove and equip. Remove and equip. Now, I know my Kingpin has an insane amount of defense runes all in all. Let's see, where you at, Kingpin? Kingpin's down here. HP. Wait, why do I have this rune on Kingpin? I guess for... I don't know what reason I even have this rune on Kingpin. Bad rune on Kingpin for some reason. Alright, more defense. HP and defense. And HP, no defense. Is there a defense? I can't remember if there is. I don't think I leveled it up. Alright, fine. We'll just throw this Kingpin rune on him as well. No defense on this rune, but it is whatever. Alright, so how much defense do we have? We have about 3,000 total defense on Tri-Tip now with 10,000 HP, 4,400 attack. Alright, so that skill was hitting for about, what was it hitting for? 2,300 to 2,400 at most. Let's see what it hits for now. Is that going to go up to like 3,000? 2,800. So it definitely affected the skill 100%. This skill's only hitting for 2,500 though, and it was hitting for 4,000. So changing his attack definitely changed. Okay, so I guess it is in proportion to his defense. Although, if you change it to straightly defense runes, it does make the damage go up a little bit, which obviously makes more sense to stack defense runes on this hero. But overall, it doesn't really change the damage like an insane amount, but does change it. No doubt. Alright, Tri-Tip, I see you, bro. Let's go ahead and test out his last skill, and then we'll call it a day for this hero. Then I'm going to level him up to 70, go ahead and awaken this bad boy, and also show you guys, obviously, some gameplay of level 70. That's when the gameplay gets really interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back in Distorted Dimensions. Let's get back into Tech. Wait, was it Tech? No, it was Wailing Labyrinth 9 here. And let's change his skill right here. Let's change the defense skill to Mace Smash. Just I'm curious to see what kind of damage Mace Smash does. He has a defensive setup now. So Mace Smash is a cheap skill and crits for 1,800. So that's actually a pretty weak hit. But it is a 1 mana, 8-second cooldown. I don't really know how much I'd be using this skill, honestly. It doesn't do anything besides just a boring mace smash. No defense down, no nothing. Just a straight mace smash that doesn't really do that much damage. Rip. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Tri-Tip all in all right now. I think he has a little bit of room to improve with the runes I have on him, but how's he going to gain aggro in these dungeons? Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to use my Tri-Tip. All in all, I kind of feel okay about him. His damage really isn't that strong, either with attack or defense runes. And defensively, I can't really see how he shines quite yet. So I'm going to give him a little bit more experience. We'll definitely do some more gameplay as I level this bad boy up to level 70 and awaken him. Then we'll get the true test. Then we'll put a solid set of runes all the way across the board on him and see what he's got. Anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Also, I have another summoning and arena video. I'm going to do 8 summonings in the next video because... Why am I doing 8 summonings? Because I just am in the mood for summoning, for one, and also going to throw in some arena. I changed up my arena a little bit and took out Pit Boss and threw Buckshot in there just to get some insane crits. It was a little bit more fun. Anyway, guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. I am out of here for now.